So I've tracked down Steve Day, who's the brains, the brawn, the everything behind this beautiful garden with the Tree Shrub Growers of Victoria. You've done another awesome display this year.
Thanks,
How many years in a row is this?
This is number 9 for me.
Number 9.
Yeah, some people say I'm crazy.
Yeah, I think you are with the amount of work you've done through for this particular garden display. What's it all about?
Yeah, so the display is called Legacies, and it's all about promoting and inspiring people to plant trees and gardens and leave that behind for future generations to enjoy. So being in this space in the Carlton Gardens, we've got a couple of trees that are on this site, and so we've basically built the whole exhibit around those to showcase them as the heroes.
Yeah, definitely. So pulling everyone together, pulling all the plant materials together. I mean, obviously you've got a wealth of plant material down here with the various members of the group. But how's it going? Sort of getting everyone across. Have you calculated how many man hours it takes to pull something like this together?
We've calculated a lot of things, and sometimes it's all not that nice to think about how many hours goes into it. But basically, it's 14-hour days. We get 9 days to build it. There's 23 different nurseries supplying plants in here. There's about 10,000 plants, about 120 different species. And the idea is that we're showcasing the mass variety of what the members can grow. And we want people to be inspired by something in here. So it's pretty hard to walk through the gardens without seeing a plant or more that you like.
Got to catch your eye.
That's
and
right.
You've got information, been chatting to people as they go through, telling them where they can source them from. So take us through the design of the actual garden. So we're sort of nestled in up at the back quarter near the
So we really wanted to use the corner of the garden that we're in. We've got this great borrowed landscape behind us of the pond. So we really wanted to use that borrowed landscape to look like it was part of our exhibit. So that was one of the focuses of building this creek that runs through, and from the far end there's an infinity edge, so it just looks like it disappears into the pond behind us, and that brings that whole borrowed landscape into this space as well. Again, with the Legacies theme, we're using some rustic and long-lived materials, I suppose. So that all ties back into that theme again. So this is a garden that will withstand years and years and generations.
Keep going
that's
forward.
Right, yeah.
And with all the sleepers.
All the sleepers,
That would have been fun bringing them in with the...
They're heavy.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah, exactly.
The sleepers and the mudstone and the river pebbles, all of that material combined is over 27 tonnes of material that we brought in, and most of it is laid by hand. So, had an amazing crew doing that.
How many people in the crew would roughly how many?
It fluctuates, but there's been 4 of us that have been the main drivers the whole way through, and then we've brought in other help, even just unloading plant trolleys and things like that. Like, it's a job that people don't get to see, but if it's not done, it doesn't flow.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so up to about 10 people all up have been involved.
And with the water side of things, I mean, that's always an ambitious thing to do as part of a display garden.
It is.
Do you have any dramas, or it's sort of pretty smooth sailing?
It was pretty good. It hurt my brain a little bit, I must admit, because you're right, everything has to be exactly 100% level. Placement of rocks and things like that. Like, there's a lot of design that goes into rock placement to make it look like it's not designed, if that makes sense. There's a lot of work that goes into something like that. But when we first put the water in and the water spilled over that infinity edge for the first time, we all stood back and said,
happy days.
That's worth it. That's exactly what we're after. So.
And it's been a bit different this year in that in the previous years, I forget how many, like, there's been the Yates side of things as an activation here, but it's probably given you more space for the garden side of things.
Yeah, so it's really, this year's been about just the showing the plants to the best of their ability, I suppose, and trying to inspire people to really, catch their attention and be able to use plants in their garden. So the whole garden this year has been really about just inspiring people with what they can do in their own backyard, and it's quite achievable as well. It's not something that is too far out of people's ability to be able to get this sort of material in and do something like this in their backyard. Yeah,
we might wander around, just have a look through. So you've got obviously a wealth of, a nice mix of all sorts of plant materials, showcasing all the various members
that's right.
Of the group. So it's up in this area, though. You got another little area. We just thinking, you took out an award as well for this year's display.
we got a silver, so very happy with that. It's the biggest exhibit or biggest show garden at the Flower and Garden Show, as it always is. and yeah, that gives us the ability to showcase a larger variety of plants, which is what it's about for this group.
And what's been the feedback, or what's the go-to plants? Like, I know the Thai lotus before I've had in gardens, and everyone always wants to know what that is. But what any showstopper plants, or just the?
Yeah, there hasn't been one that's really captured the attention. There's been a lot of things. So down the front, there's some new succulents. There's some cotyledon down there, blue wave, which has been pretty popular. The limoniums, the perennial status. There's a new white status, the first time that's been available, so that's been pretty popular. This cloud olive at the back is been one that is very, very popular. That's one of our growers has salvaged about 10 of those from an olive grove, and basically pruned them back really hard over a couple of year period and formed them up to get that cloud shape on them. So
beautiful.
That's been something that's been really popular. And the Thai lotus, as you mentioned, is always popular.
Yeah.
There's a number of things that are popular with possums.
Yes. How have you been dealing with possums in this garden?
Yeah, we have to. Being in a park environment, there is a number of possums, so we do have to net everything at night just to make sure they don't eat it. But when we get better every year at knowing what they're going to eat, and trying to group those plants together so that we can net them and just make it as easy as possible, so that the public can come in and still appreciate what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, definitely. We've done an awesome job. And how long's the pack up once this is all come 5 o'clock on Sunday?
5 o'clock Sunday, we start pulling it all apart, and I cry a little bit every year. And then we get till Thursday lunchtime to be out of here. So, it's quite amazing how quickly it all disappears.
Yeah.
Last year, I think it took us about 2.5 days, and the site was pretty much back to just a couple of trees and some grass and a pond in the background. And
awesome.
All things going well, it'll be the same.
It'll be the same through there. Well, you've done an awesome job, and as you mentioned, showcasing green life and trying to get people thinking about how they can put it in their garden. So you've done a top job. So thanks for showing us through.
No, thank you.